I am the Dusty Dynamo, the T.O. who's known to tiptoe around you hoes.
Quick hitters as always.
Whoa.
Husky boy season.
Whoa.
Sorry, Mom.
I nutted out Party Bus balls. Facts.
Bitches the young in the wash. It's going down in the garage. Bitches the young in the wash. It's going up like Randy Moss.
And before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to a friend of the show, Christian 805. Thank you for the intro music. If you guys are looking for that, you can find him on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can and will find us, you can find him. With that being said, I think it's El Toxico is out right now. That's the name of the album. Go stream that. And welcome back to episode 64 of your girl's favorite podcast. I am the Dusty Dynamo, Fat Face Savio, the T.O. who's known to tiptoe around you hoes like I got turf toe, a.k.a. the Frontier Boys.
Facts.
And with me as always, with a special guest.
We got Mr. Buckets and Backshots, you know what I'm saying? Mr. London Dripton. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think that's what it is. And your favorite light skin. We got the Hebrew Hammer, Mr. Walk On, but we got a special guest here, Rolando Samson. Pretty much the GOAT.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Someone who has been that man
For real.
since we were knee high to a blade of grass.
Honestly.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah. A little background. Rolando went to high school with us. Rolando was a fighter.
Yo.
In school, there's no fighting. There's wrestling, but there's no mixed martial arts. So everybody knows about the football team, the basketball team, the baseball team. But the most badass guy in the whole school wasn't on a school team, and that was Rolando himself. And we're honored, bro, that you're here today.
Just like, he is the true definition of like, don't trust the smile.
No, honestly,
Very
He's
true.
too nice.
He's too nice.
Too nice.
So,
Exactly,
you're,
too nice.
so you got your finger touching your toes and backwards.
Honestly,
Like,
it's wild.
All right, bro. We're gonna start off with quick hitters like always.
Yeah. Well, can I say thank you for having me, man.
Oh yeah.
oh, of course.
Thank you. I'm honored. I'm
This was a
little
long
nervous,
time
but-
coming.
Yeah, it was.
But like I said, it's like good things take time, you know, and I'm excited.
That is
I'm
very
very
true.
excited. I'm honored as well. Thank you guys.
Of course, man. All right, first quick hitter. What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, do I have a time limit? Yeah, probably, right?
The time limit? Yeah, dude. We all have a bunch of pet peeves. If you want to think, I got you.
Yeah,
I
Josh
have a
is
lot
like
of problems.
king of pet peeves. So you like
What is your pet peeve?
Dude, it comes when I'm driving. I just freak out.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
driving a lot of things like, okay, people with really nice cars that drive below the speed limit. I'll go with one pet peeve. Yeah,
That's
like
wild.
miles,
Yeah,
right?
I do that. I thought you got a
everybody can
Beamer.
see.
Yeah,
Like,
you're going 40 with a Beamer. Like, I lose my mind,
Like,
bro.
then you see a Prius and the I think crazy.
I think that's a good one. Parking. I have an issue with parking.
Like
Like
in
if
what
I can't
sense?
find parking and
Okay.
it's too packed. Like for example, like going downtown.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
find parking. I don't want to go out anymore.
I can respect that.
I can't do it. Or I don't like when people just like say sorry.
For no
Damn,
reason.
I'm that
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I was about to say you're sitting next to
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
but I do that too. That's what's like weird. I say that same. Oh, I forgot. I can curse on here. Right?
Yeah, you
Of course.
can.
Okay.
100%.
Man, but sometimes I feel like just what am I saying fucking sorry for, dude?
That's hilarious.
What about you guys? You guys have anything?
I'm pretty irritable to begin with, but like, you know what I hate? I hate when I argue with someone and I know for a fact what they said. And I'm like, I've been building my whole argument around them saying this particular thing. And then I'm like, you said this. And they're like, no, I said, and then they try to hit you with the, well, I meant. And I'm like, no. You just don't get to get out of this just because you meant to say something else. No, the only reason why I'm frustrated is because you said this dumbass thing. And now you want to be like, oh, no, that shit fucking.
Yeah, that's on like social media too. You know, like people can say something to you and like they can just leave the conversation. You know what
See,
I
I'm
mean?
not gonna lie, I love doing that.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Like social media gaslighting is
Dude,
like
it's too easy.
it's an Olympic sport.
You guys are dumb. That's hilarious.
Oh, really? That's how you feel? Block, never gonna see me.
Fuck, bro. That's
What about you,
crazy.
Trav? You got anything?
I guess like I'm a pretty punctual guy, so like if I don't get to my tea time on time, if we say like we're supposed to be there somewhere on time, like like
you're not there.
and if I'm not there when I want to be there, like
There's hell to pay.
pretty much. I'm so passive aggressive, it's ridiculous.
It's a
Like
smart-ass comment
yeah,
starting.
exactly. I just give
we had to be there at 8? Was it 8 o'clock?
Exactly.
8 o'clock? Oh, fuck. I thought it was.
yeah, exactly.
All right, Ro, go back to you. What is the most inspirational book you've ever read?
Dude, honestly, I don't read much, but I'm starting to read now.
Okay.
Good for you.
It's nice, dude. My most inspirational book I read. Fuck, dude. I started reading this book called Atomic Habits
Dude, one
by
of the
James
best books of
Clear.
all time.
It's amazing.
Great book.
And then I started reading this dad at where I teach at Altos. he gave this book to me. It's called Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. Because those do not know, I had a daughter.
Congratulations.
Yesterday, 8 months already.
Oh wow,
That shit's crazy,
time's
dude.
flying.
Holy shit, you know. But I feel like having those 2 books, like the timing of those 2 books, have been just
Good for you.
insane.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, have
like
you read
it.
that book?
No, I'm about
that
to say
shit, dude.
my most inspirational book is Holes.
I was about to say that.
Yeah. I mean, I've
seen
only read
the
2
movie.
books in my time: Holes and Despero, which is about the little mouse.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
Yeah, that's too damn bad. Like, so yeah, that's my stuff right there.
About you, do you have a favorite book?
I'm gonna give the Black people cop out. I think I'm gonna do the Audacity of Hope, the Obama autobiography. I'm gonna go with that one. Either that or the Phil Jackson one that I said I didn't read that I actually went back and read later. But yeah, one of those 2 for sure.
Okay.
I want to read the Stephen A. Smith one because I like Stephen A. Smith, but like, what's it like, Top Shooter or something like
Is
that?
the book written in all caps or?
I don't know. I don't know. That might
Open
give
the
something. I
pages
give some
that you-
time. I might give that some time.
What are you thinking, Josh?
The Giving Tree, probably my favorite book. When I was a
Okay.
kid, I thought The Giving Tree was awesome. The only book that ever made me cry, Giving Tree. Atomic Habits is for sure up there though. Like that's
Green eggs and
Green Eggs and Ham. But Atomic Habits, I'd recommend to anybody.
Dude, it's so good. And
So
it's
good.
like an intro. I feel like for me, it was like an intro level book. It wasn't too hard to read.
Oh, it's an easy read. Yeah,
And it's dope, dude.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
But there was this other book this guy gave me, my strength coach, Bruce Lee. It's called Striking Thoughts. It's just like this little, like you put it fucking on the toilet when you're taking a shit and your phone dies or something. And it's just, you open it, it's just different like context of like just live wisdom or like his perspective on like, I don't know, could be anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What? I'll start with you, Travis. What's your favorite season?
Season in the sense of like winter, like
Yes.
stuff like that.
Season.
When does like winter officially start? Like November?
That doesn't matter.
End of October?
None of that. Time out. None of that fucking
not like you're
matters.
saying
Answer
autumn.
the
You're
season.
saying autumn. I
If
think
winter
so,
was in
like, you
January,
know?
it would still just be winter.
Because I like the transition into the holiday season, which I think is like fall going into winter.
December
So, like,
winter starts 4 days before Christmas.
Really?
Is that what it
Oh,
is?
okay, then I like autumn or fall, whatever you want to call it.
Football
autumn.
season. You like
Yeah,
football
yeah.
season?
There you go.
Autumn's
Man
cool.
said, can we check my schedule fly to see when this is possible?
You never know. I mean, like when does summer start? Like in like late May or something like that.
May
last week of
21st.
May.
May 21st.
How do you know these?
Exactly.
It's
right?
always on the
That's
21st,
impressive.
separated by 3 months. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not hard.
Oh,
Fun fact.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never owned a calendar.
better pay attention.
Actually, I think it's June 21st. By the way.
No, I think when's Labor Day? That's the end of May, right?
Yeah.
No say.
I think the white after
what I'm
I don't. Oh, Memorial Day weekend. I think is the beginning of summer, which is like May 24th around that time usually. I believe so. Yeah, I believe it's
And what's September, Labor Day?
yeah. So September Labor Day. You can't wear white after that, and that's supposed to be the beginning of fall, technically, if I'm not mistaken.
My favorite seasons by far summer. Big summer guy.
Yeah, you
Longer
are.
days. The winter time, I don't like the shorter day. When it was getting dark at 4:30, it's like depressing to me.
It is.
So I don't like that. But summer for sure.
Big spring guy. Big spring guy.
I can see that. I
that's
can
a
Yeah,
see that.
flowers out. It's still cold, but it's not too cold. It's still
Yeah,
hot.
weather.
Like I don't feel the pressure of having to go out like I do all summer. But it's also like if it's raining, don't have to go nowhere. And if
true.
it's outside, it's like damn, it's
good.
sunny today. I didn't expect that.
What about you, bro? What do you got?
Now that Zoe said spring, spring is nice. I like
is
autumn, because we can wear things we don't usually wear. But spring's dope. Like you can wear shorts. I mean, shit, we live in San Diego. We can wear
We
shorts.
really,
like every
we really
day.
don't have any real seasons.
Yeah.
I feel like.
But
We
spring
don't.
is dope. Spring is dope.
We just have like summer and wet. Like, that's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah. June 21st, by the way, is first day of summer.
Really?
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
Wow, see, that's
trash.
pretty late. See, that's
That
what I'm
seems
saying. It's pretty
yeah.
late.
Now I'm going with what I said.
Yeah, spring. Yeah.
All right, so
fuck the Farmer's Almanac.
Zoe, we'll start with you. What makes you laugh the most?
Himself.
It's, nah.
I make myself laugh the most.
I don't know.
Twitter.
Nah. You know something that really does make me laugh? I'll say this. Watching Josh laugh really does make me laugh. Like I'll say this, like something like I'll say
cute.
something that I know that isn't that funny, but I know Josh. Like when I said the rosary thing last week, and
that was
Josh
funny.
freaked out, and I was like, I've watched that clip like 4 times, not for what I said, but just to watch the clip of Josh just like Josh, because you know what it is? Josh laughs like he just got shot. Like when Josh laughs, he's like,
That's hilarious.
like Josh laughs like he's in the middle of a paintball ring and that shit. That I used to laugh a lot when Travis used to make weird noises. Like remember Travis used to make like weird ass noises like pterodactyl shit. It annoyed me as we got older, but when we were younger, I thought that shit was hilarious.
End of the world.
Yeah, like but I don't know. I can't pinpoint one thing because I'll say it's the same thing that can make me laugh one day will be the most irritating thing the next. Like if it's too much of anything, I'll just like.
I like watching like back in the day, like when we were younger in our road times. When we used to have roast battles, when people would really have real roast battles, like God, when people get lit up, I'd be dying. I'd be like, "Ooh, he said that to him." Oh, like you know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I love watching people get roasted, especially if it's funny. Like at that point, then I'm dying. I'm like, you know, I've almost peed because
I'm not gonna. I would travel this one. I saw a roast battle online recently, and some white chick was battling some like biracial chick, and she said, "Damn, that joke's about as old as when your grandparents owned your grandparents," and I hadn't laughed like that, bro.
Damn.
And at least like 6 months, like
because you showed me that show when they're all in the classroom.
Oh, roast me,
yeah, roast me. Oh my God, that is the funniest shit ever. It's just wild.
But like, you know what's funny about the roasting? Like if you laugh too hard, now they're coming for you.
100%.
Oh, you're laughing?
Oh, you think it's funny?
The classic. The classic. Oh, that's funny.
What about you, bro? What do you think is hilarious?
Oh, dude. I don't know. I do like other people's laughs.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a classy one.
You hear some weird ass laugh, dude. You can't stop laughing, and you try to do it in your head, and that shit don't come out. And
makes it funnier.
You ever seen that one where there's like I think they're like British or like Australian, and they're on like the show, and they asked this girl to do a Jamaican accent. Dude, you gotta watch it. It's so funny. Yeah, I don't want to do it to ruin it, but that shit like that makes me laugh.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'll say this: I know what I do enjoy, and bro, you were one of the people I don't know about as much now. I do enjoy the friend. Don't take this offensively. Who laughs at fucking everything?
Yeah,
bro is someone that like it wasn't that hard to get like a good laugh out of them, and I'd be like, okay, this is good. This is good. Like no one else laughed. Ro laughed. I'm gonna go stand right next to him in the circle. Screw the rest of y'all.
Do y'all remember that thing on? I think it may have been like Facebook.
I know who ran it. I know exactly what you're about to say.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That roasting.
Yes, it was I'm gonna say his whole name now because we're older now. It was Brandon Means.
Yeah,
people forget about this. We don't have to believe it because I've.
Oh man, yeah.
And they were going.
It was like a burn book.
Yeah, burn book. I got roasted twice on that.
I was on there once.
They got me.
One was
me
good PR.
Crazy.
One was bad PR.
They had your boy looking crazy on there. I'm not gonna lie, but it was all good.
All right, this is gonna be a foreshadow into the interview. But what is your greatest accomplishment?
My daughter.
I love that. Yeah. Was it a planned pregnancy or
No.
was it okay?
No.
But you've been with your girlfriend for are you married at this point? I'm sorry.
No, we're engaged.
Okay, engaged.
10 years we've been together.
You've been
Bro,
yeah,
you guys
long
known
time.
her since we were in high school.
That's what
long
I'm saying.
time.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
BP against her before.
I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't gonna ask them.
No, I don't remember.
We've been having this thing.
I'll
Travis
try.
thinks he's that guy. Travis thinks he's that guy. But that's wild because in my head I'm just like, if I had to refer to her, I'd just be like Rolando's wife. Like I would have never even thought. I'm like, you're together that long? Like it's
Like
these
married at
are
this point.
just adjectives now.
Yeah, because it's been like that.
Yeah.
Like we've been together so long. Like people outside who don't know me, it's like, oh, who's your wife? Or how's your wife doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
she's cool.
Well, congratulations again on your
Thank you,
daughter.
man. She's so dope.
Are you planning on having other kids or?
I would like to. I would like to. She's gonna be a dope ass big sister. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
That's the plan.
Okay.
What's your ideal amount of kids you want to have?
So I'm 2 with my sister, and then I thought of 2, but whatever.
Whatever happens,
Whatever
happens.
happens.
I like that.
You know. But
Okay.
I'm
We'll
not
switch
gonna
it.
put a
We'll switch
plan.
it to that. What's the ideal amount of kids you want, Trav?
I used to want 3. I used to have it down pat. I wanted 3, and I wanted them before I was pretty much like 28, 30, which is like what I'm at
Oh,
now.
we're only 28.
I know. I'm
Bro,
29. I'm 29.
this fool Travis.
Same, but still-
Travis was just had this. Travis thought he
Yeah.
was gonna be in a sitcom, bro.
Like yeah, like
Word?
I just
Dude, I got a funny thought with that.
like I don't know. I wanted 3, and every year I get older. Every year working at the Boys and Girls Club, like oh god, like it just
kids are
scares me
jerks,
now.
bro.
The responsibility scares me so much because I'm scared for myself. Like my mom like left the dog outside, and I was grilling my mom about like oh man, like I like lost my mind, like you know. And I was just like, if I had a child, if they just coughed at night, like I'd be like 911. Like I just realized I'm soft like that. Like I just overanalyze. So like now I'm like
That's
I
so
don't
light
know.
skinned of you, but yeah.
No, you know what's funny you said? Because like my greatest fears, I always tell people when it comes to kids, imagine finding out that your kid's allergic to something in live action.
Dude, that shit's real, bro. It's terrifying.
Like my dad,
It's
my parents
terrifying.
found out on Thanksgiving I had a strawberry for the first time when I was like 3. My dad doesn't remember it. My mom says he blacked out with me. Like I went into like shock. I had to go to the hospital. Like we went to the hospital that my dad worked at, and I'm like, I wake up and he's just like he's dazed and confused too. Hey, my dad's like, oh, I don't remember the day you had a strawberry. I'm like, yeah, because you blacked out too, fool. Like, yeah, but that's the thing. Like when I think of kids, I'm like, Yeah, the allergy thing is the wildest thing in the world.
I think 2 max to overall answer the question. 2 maximum.
What about you, Zoe?
I think it depends on her age.
Zoe's gonna be the greatest stepfather of all time. We established this episode 1.
Nah, I don't, bro. You know what's funny? I'll talk about on topic. Like the last few females I've been like or have like come up to me and approached me have asked me if I'm married. Like during us having interaction. No, these aren't associates. These are they're in the lobby. They're not. They haven't got the job yet. They're not an associate. But they've like started like, are you married? And I'm like, applicants. There we go. Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, what? Do I give off failed marriage vibes? Like I'm trying to get at you because my wife's at home and I don't really rock with her. I'm like, yeah, this is the opposite of stepdad.
The polo, you got the fit on.
Bro, I had to
get ready.
You look like a stepdad.
Yeah, I'm about to say you got the fit on right now.
I look like a stepdad.
You don't look like a stepdad.
I look like a stand-up.
You look like a stand-up dad,
Time out.
bro.
Travis can't say I look like a stepdad with that jacket on. Look at this man's jacket. Travis has the official. No. Travis has the jacket of everyone who hates his first kid because it's not his more than their daughter. Because you know his wife came into the marriage with the son,
and I have the polo right there, right underneath.
Yeah, like
so trust me. Right when you started right when I heard the tone, I was like, "Fuck, my jacket's done." I knew instantly. I was just like, "You're dead."
All right.
How about you, Josh?
Josh is having like 4. He wants.
I
to
want
be
a
like,
big dude. I had my brother pass. I'm sure you know, but I always thought even when he was alive that my family was too small. I was like, it was weird just having
disgusting
one brother. But the thing also was we were 5 years apart, and I always thought the gap was too big.
Was it just you two?
Just us two. So when I do have children, whether it's I want 2 to 4 is my answer, but I want them to be at least 2 years apart at the most.
some Phillip Rivers out here, huh?
We have good friends, Fernando and Alex Kabiko, and I'd always thought how them being so close was always so dope. Like I always want kind of like what they have.
I agree.
Let me rephrase the disgusting part. I thought when you said your family's too small, I thought you were referring to your overall. So I'm like, your mother's side of the family is giant.
No.
I'm like, bro, you guys could run the Bengals. There's enough of us to run like a whole.
Do you have a
NFL
lot
team.
of aunties and uncles?
My mom has a huge family.
Yeah. How many siblings does she have?
She has 5 brothers and sisters.
Yeah, it's like my mom. How about you?
My dad is one of 11, and my mom is one of 4.
I'm sorry, 4 brothers and sisters, but yeah, big family.
On my mom's side, she doesn't have any brothers and sisters. She's a single child. And on my dad's side, they got a decent amount of family. Now my girlfriend's side though, they got like one of like 15 or 14. It's wild. So
I think there's 27 of us and first cousins.
Really?
6 siblings, yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm close. I think I'm. If you count my mom and my dad's side, I'm pushing 25 cousins.
Yeah, that's so dope though. Like
I think that's so cool. Like that's why I
love
like
that.
my
Yeah,
like
I
my
love
girlfriend's
that shit.
family.
You
so
guys
much.
say that, but I was talking to Josh the other day. I don't know if this is like in all cultures, but black families, everyone's got a nickname. I had to go try to figure out. I was talking to one of my aunts and my cousins the other day.
Yeah,
I had to find them on Facebook. I didn't know their real names.
Yeah, bro.
I had to. My dad's like, "Hey, call your aunt about this, and this," and I was like, "Oh, y'all call her on Facebook or on Instagram." And then I was like, "Dad, what's her real name?" And he's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like,
It's all her middle name.
Yeah, it's like her middle name. Something that happened to her when she was 4 and the whole family calls her this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, I have no idea what my aunt's real name is. And I was like, damn, what the? And it literally took me, I think I was telling you about this the other day, and I was like, it took me like 40 minutes to like corral the real name.
Dude,
He
he
wants to
wants
now.
frustrated. It's like, damn, am I a bad
Yeah, I had to go through that. And then I asked my dad, and he wants to tell me the origin story of the nickname. And I'm like, this is the exact opposite of what I need right now. I just need the first
That was
name.
coming.
I remember I got lost in Costco when I was young, and the lady's like, "What's your mom's name?" I'm like, "Mom," and they're like, "That doesn't help me at all." And I was just like, I never knew my mom's like name until I was older. I felt
Really?
like
I called my parents their first names when I was like 2.
Yeah, I'm one of
really?
I'm one of those kids
Yeah.
too. I call because I got lost at Belmont Park actually one time, and my dad was telling me, he's like, yell. I'm not gonna say my dad's name, but yell his name. He's a very distinctual name, and he was like, yeah, because no one's gonna turn around. But if you're just yelling dad, dad, like a whole bunch of people, it'll help them figure out that you're lost. But it's like it doesn't help. Like San Diego's so diverse. There's gonna be. It's not like we're the only black family there. You know what I mean? It's not like we're in the middle of like Missouri or like somewhere where there's like nobody who looks
Belmont,
like.
that's scary for a kid.
Well,
dude.
I mean, in my defense, I just got lost in San Diego. I was just like staring at stuff. I was like, bro, this looks dope. I went to a little Pirate Cove thing. I was like, damn,
Pirate
this is dope.
Cove, bro,
Pirate
was
Cove,
so sick as a
legendary,
kid, bro.
legendary. And then yeah, so I was just like, but yeah, I got lost because I wouldn't walk away. I'm just a stand there while they walk off type of guy.
Yeah.
And my dad told me, he's like, hey, bro, like just. And I've been calling my father by his first name ever since.
there you go.
I call my dad father. I don't
You call him
I don't
father?
call him dad.
We call him like that's heavy.
I don't
Damn.
know
So
why.
you just like you've been like
Scary. I used to only say it to I only call my parents by their real names if I was just trying to tick them off and like possibly get
hell,
slapped
I
a
wouldn't
little
wanna do
bit.
that.
All right, Ro, I had to do a little research on you, even though I've known you for a very long time. I still had to look you up.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous.
Found your credit score, which is
Fucking
crazy. No, I'm just
damn
kidding.
trash.
752.
It needs to be higher.
LifeLock is not doing their job.
I saw one thing that jumped out to me. It says you were influenced by Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little
Dude,
bit
I have
about
a pin.
that?
I know. Just noticed that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. So how did you get inspired by Dragon Ball Z to get into mixed martial arts?
So growing up, my dad was like he wanted to be like a bodybuilder.
Okay.
So I was always into like just lifting weights and stuff and just getting stronger. Dragon Ball Z, I just thought it was so dope how you can just freaking just power up and just get 10 times stronger and faster and just more aggressive.
From screaming.
From screaming. Dude. We've all done it.
Of course.
Know? But I think I don't know. I don't think that's what really sparked my interest in like jiu-jitsu or martial arts. I think what sparked it probably was like seeing like Jet Li movies and stuff.
Okay.
You know?
That's awesome.
We just watched which one is that with Aaliyah and DMX RP?
Cradle to the Grave.
Is it that one? I
I
think
think it's Cradle to the
it's
Grave.
what's the other one?
Jelly and DMX have two movies.
Yeah,
together,
I couldn't figure out the second
Cradle
one.
to the Grave's the other one. Damn, this is funny. I was literally
Romeo
talking,
Must Die.
Yes, that's
Yes.
funny. I was literally talking to my dad about
That's the
Cradle
one we
to the
just
Grave
watched
yesterday.
today.
That's solid.
Yeah, great movie. RP.
So how did you get started in mixed martial arts? Like what made you want to start fighting?
Yeah, so I don't think you guys are gonna believe this, but so the elementary school I went to was called Emory. It's down in IB area, and then I'm still smaller, compared to you freaking giants, but I was smaller, and then I was getting into fights in elementary school.
Wow.
Who's fighting you, bro? You're the
No,
nicest
I was
guy
fighting
in the world.
everybody because people were bigger than me. They wanted to bully me.
Oh yeah.
And then I was like, I saw a lot of certain things growing up, so I thought I was that guy. And I was like, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna fight. I never swung first, but I got into fights. I got suspended a few times. Nobody really knows the story, but yeah. And then I was in an after school program. There was two. I was in one, and there was another one. The other one had you paid more money for it, and it had more programs. That one people did taekwondo, and I remember sitting there one day on the blacktop, seeing damn, I want to do that one day. And then so for some reason, my dad brought me to this jiu-jitsu academy called Fabio Santos. This was in 2005, and then I got beat up by a girl my first day.
Damn.
Yeah, her name was Monica.
Wow, never forget.
Yeah.
I used to get beat up by this girl named Kayla in basketball.
You'll
Don't
never
worry.
forget.
I'll
You'll never forget. And then that's when I was like, dude, I can't let this happen. And ever since then, I've never been in a fight.
Really?
Never. I don't
So
like
basically,
fighting.
you got into fighting because you wanted to defend yourself.
Yeah, I needed to defend myself because everybody I was fighting was bigger than me. So, yeah.
So you fell in love with it. What made you? I got a million questions because I'm so
That's
far
fine,
away
dude,
from
I'm
being a
here.
fighter. I'm
fighters.
very non-aggressive, as you probably know. But
Yeah.
what made you fall in love with mixed martial arts, or was it only jiu-jitsu, or is there other things? you were
No,
doing?
I mean, my background is jiu-jitsu, but I've always loved martial arts. You guys have all played sports. I tried playing sports, but it didn't work out for me. And I tried out in 7th or 8th grade. It was when it was at ELM. Those tryouts at ELM.
The basketball team.
Yeah, I think Coach Nate was
Yeah,
the coach
yeah,
at the time. I got cut that one, and then freshman year of basketball, I got cut first round.
How dare they?
Yeah. But I love playing basketball. I love playing football. I love playing soccer. I love playing these sports. But jiu-jitsu is an art to me. So I felt like I was always able to just do whatever my body was allowed to do rather than in positions if you're tall, you play center, or if you're a longer guy, then you can play, I don't know, kick or something. I don't freaking know. But jiu-jitsu has always allowed me to just express who I am. And that's why I love martial arts. In Muay Thai, people have certain styles, and if you want to relate to sports, every athlete has their own style. Every running back has their own way of running. One's more finesse, one likes to be patient, one likes to just run right through a wall, and that's what I think that's what made me enjoy it the most, was that I can be myself, and that the only limitations was what I set for myself.
Well said.
So let's fast forward a couple of years. So you've been training, not getting beat up by girls anymore. What was the moment? 'Cause I feel like every athlete, this is like a big deal. What was the moment when you were younger, not after 18, but when you're still younger, that you're I'm that guy, or I can be or when you were oh, I'm better than the people I'm around to a certain degree. When you were a purple belt and things like that.
Yeah.
What was that moment when you're oh?
I don't think I really had that moment, to be honest. I just train and I fight, you know, and I feel like my breakout year was probably, I was a purple belt. I was like, how old was I? That was 2013, 2014. And then maybe if you want to talk before 18, I was a green belt, and then I was fighting adults. So I was 15 when I got my green belt. Or no, 14. I was 14 when I got my green belt. You're supposed to be 15. And then I was fighting in the adult divisions. So I was fighting grown men, and I was beating them, and people started disliking that I was in the bracket. And then I think that's kind of what inspired me to keep
so
beating
that
up
was
grown
your
men.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
so that was his
you
moment.
looked
He's
across from
fighting
a grown
grown
man who's
Yeah.
complaining about why is he here.
Yeah.
So for we'll take a moment because I was trying to figure this out, but I was like, let me have you explain it. Explain like the classes, like the weight classes and things like that, because I saw some of them were like 88 kgs, and then it was like lightweight, and then I was like,
Yeah.
usually in some sports, it's the wording's consistent. It's like lightweight, heavyweight, but this for jiu-jitsu, it seemed like it was like some would say direct weight, some would say like, you know what I mean? If you could explain that for the viewers who don't know.
Yeah, so there are weight classes like boxing. Like it starts at rooster, and then it goes light feather, lightweight, middleweight. That's where I fight now. That's at 181, and then middle heavy.
You weigh
That's
181 now?
That's
I
still
weigh
super.
180
How
right
tall
now.
are you?
5'8" and a half.
Oh,
5'9" on a good day.
5'8", bro. Damn.
5'8",
Okay.
5.5. Yeah, 180 right now. I'm kind of heavy right now. I have to cut weight because I'll be flying out to fight soon. But I have to lose some weight.
Okay. I think I'm calling bullshit on what you just said, because I'm looking at a video that has 173,000 views.
You know, my dad did that video.
Did he?
Yeah, he made that
gas.
highlight.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
that's-
made that highlight.
So you can't tell me getting 173,000 views wasn't like, I'm that guy.
No,
How, bro?
I don't know. It was cool. I never paid attention to it.
Really?
Yeah,
I would be
just-
so hyped if I had that many
Yeah.
views. On
You
one
also
of my
got to
videos.
think this video is 9 years old. YouTube
Yeah.
isn't YouTube like that then. Like
That is-
2013
yeah, is that a good point?
YouTube. Yeah, yeah.
It wasn't
I get-
popping like it is now.
Yeah, it's not popping like it is now. So like, and also like you're not getting like you're training. I can understand. I guess what you're
Yeah.
saying is like if he believes that hype, he dies the next time he's out
Yeah,
there.
but
Like,
there has to be some times where you're like, I'm pretty good. Like you have to be confident also in
Yeah.
yourself that you're going to win your fights.
But that's why I love jiu-jitsu, you know, because like you can be in a room full of a bunch of people, but you're still not the best man in the room. You can still get beat by something that they may like be first in.
Okay.
That's why I love jiu-jitsu, because it's always keeping me on my toes, and I have to be.
Good at
Yeah.
kind of a bunch of things.
Yeah, you know, you always got to be ready for any situation. You may be presented that's why like jiu-jitsu is one of the most relatable arts to like life. Like you get put in a certain situation and you have to
Get out.
sit down, stay calm. Like you're getting choked. Okay, stay calm. You still can defend it for a little bit, and then you can kind of take a step back. You escape and then reevaluate where you are and then reattack again. I love that. That's what I love about it.
So I'm gonna fast forward again one more time. So going into the pandemic, you're on a bit of a run, 5-0 going in, and then the world's done. How did that like 2-year gap affect you, not just as an athlete, but like as a competitor? Like
Yeah.
you have to sit down. How do you stay in shape? Things like that. Because I mean, I feel like in mixed martial arts, a lot of guys can like lose
Yeah,
their
you can
weight.
fucking hit the hay and just like.
Yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
How did that affect you?
Dude, honestly, like I'm so thankful for the lockdown, because there was a total shift in mentality when that happened. And I devoted, because I went to college and I got my degree. And
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's cool. It's pretty cool, you know.
It is.
But I decided I didn't want to do therapy because I didn't like the field. I didn't like how hospitals work. I didn't like how insurance worked. And then I wanted to be a strength coach. And then I interned at the Glute Lab in PB with Brett Contreras and Alex Stern and Alex Bryce. I didn't like that field. And I was like, you know what? I've always done jiu-jitsu part-time and I'd done pretty good at it. So what if I devoted everything
to it.
all of my resources to it? Like, how will I know how good I really am?
Love
And
that.
then that was October of 2019. And then February of 2020 was my first like time like competing again as a black belt, like fully training full time, training 3 times a day, 6 times a week.
God.
And then I tore my meniscus the Wednesday of the week,
I was gonna ask
the
that.
Wednesday of the tournament.
The injury.
Yeah. So my knee, I couldn't put on my shoe. I was stuck in the position for like 3 hours. I couldn't move. And then I still fought. I flew out because I already bought my ticket. And then I was like, how will I know if I won if I don't try? So I flew out. And then My weight was good. My first fight, I got too excited, and then I tried passing his guard, and then I've cut my knee at a certain angle, and I just felt my knee go like, and then I tried to secure the position, so I had to kind of let him out, and then I kind of fell back, and then my knee was fucked, and then luckily I got him to a close guard, and I tapped him out, and then the second match, I won by points. Right, I got him to a certain position where I was in full control, and then I won that match, and then my final match of that day, I didn't fucking care. I took like ibuprofen after that second match, and then it kicked in. And then the third match, my knee was, I couldn't straighten my leg. Yeah, but I won, and I haven't won a gold like that in like, I would say 2 years since I got my black belt. So that one for me was like, even though my knee got fucked, I was like, I reached something mentally that I thought I couldn't do before. So I think that kind of inspired me to keep going for this season. And then COVID fucking came, and shut the whole world down. And I was like, I don't want to go to the hospital. Like, people probably need the hospital more than my knee. So I didn't want to do surgery. And then just 6 months of just doing rehab at home. And it took me 7 months to get a surgery done. And
wow.
Yeah. Because even when I tried to get the surgery done, they had to schedule me, and you had to get your MRI, your insurance, and all this BS. And then that was like 2020. I want to say September is when I got my first surgery. And then 8 months later, I tore it again. I tore the same meniscus again.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was supposed to wait a year to train, like get back to full-time training. Fuck no, I didn't wait. I felt good, but that's what happens. You feel good, and then it's just.
They tell you these things for a reason,
Honestly, yeah. But ever since then, I thank God for like Kathleen, my fiance. Because, dude, imagine being I don't know. Everybody's experience was different around that time. People either got affected pretty badly by it, or people were positively impacted by it. And thankfully, I was in a place and with the person now that kind of made that process easy. So, but yeah.
But that's fire. I'm not gonna lie. But that wasn't like the first time you went through adversity. So I was thinking, you're saying like the meniscus tear and then lockdown changed your mindset. In 2018, you lose more matches than you've ever lost in your career. You lose 4.
Yeah.
What was the difference in when you're coming off that, and then like you say 2019, you come out and you're like, I'm ready to kill now. What was the switch there? Because I was looking at it, I was like, you were known as that guy, and I was going through this, and I was like, he goes on a little bit of a, was that?
I remember I lost by points.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna be. I wasn't gonna bring up particulars, but I was.
I don't give a shit.
But some people are okay with saying they lost. They just hate bringing up how they lost.
I lost by points.
Yeah. So, do you believe like? How did that affect you differently? Like, was there a shift in mindset going into the 2019 year? Was there more of you getting yourself together? Like, what was it?
I think it was a little bit of everything. And I think like during that time, that's the attitude, right? Of like, I thought I was that guy. Like when I first got my black belt, they predicted me to be on the podium of this really big tournament. I lost my first match, a black belt, a big tournament. That kind of fucked me up here, but I was still young. I was only 21. we're still young now. But at that time, I thought I was that guy still, but I wasn't putting in the work as I should have. Like I was going to school, I was working part-time, I was training part-time, I was lifting weights once a month, but other people were training 3 to 4 times a day, lifting 3 to 4 times a week, studying and doing other things like film. While I was doing something else. And then we just turned 21, right? Like we can go out, we can fucking go to PV, we can do things. And I think at that time, my priorities weren't where I was at. And that's why I had those things could have been changed by just decisions I made.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone's entitled to that, like, wildness. And you were able to center yourself. Some guys get lost in the sauce, and you never see them again. But I did want to ask, I got in an argument with someone about this recently. Do you believe the birth of your daughter will have a positive impact on your sports career? Because someone was arguing with me. They said, in the mixed martial arts world, having a kid is a setback. But I was saying in the team aspect, like we see a lot of like players get awards. The first thing they say is like, it's because my son, like I have a legacy now. Not just son, but you have a daughter. But like I have a legacy now. But the perspective that person was speaking to that said that to me, I was like, I don't know enough about the mixed martial arts world or just what you do in jiu-jitsu to be like, well, that's not true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I believe like it's individual. It depends on the individual, you know, personally. Like for me, I think that when everybody has a kid, everybody's in that, oh shit, you know, I got a fucking kid. What am I going to do? I don't know how to take care of this kid. You know, and you can read all the books, you can have all the degrees, you can have everything. And I've talked to parents and every one of them had degrees or been to books and like this and that, but no one was ready for a kid. You're never ready. And I wish more people would know that and just like believe in themselves more with that. So that's the thing too, having a second person, you know, like Kathleen, I wouldn't have had the success I have now if it wasn't for her, you know, working full time as a mom. You know, she left her job to take care of Miyako. So now it's me, the one working. And now I got to work. And then at home, who's going to take care of Miyako? Because I don't want to, bro, daycare, you know how much daycare is?
A lot of money.
Oh, 100%.
It's fucking rent.
I worked.
It's rent.
I worked with kids for years.
It's like $1,500, dude.
A month?
Yes.
Yeah, my family just opened a daycare center, Top Notch. If you want to go check that out, but
Check out Top Notch Daycare.
Top Notch, Top Notch,
Top Notch. That's
Top Notch,
fire.
Oh, Top Notch.
yeah, clever.
Check out Top Notch.
Yeah, but yeah, not to get sidetracked, but yeah, trust me, when she showed me those fees, I was like, oh, Christmas gonna be lit. Like,
Yeah.
but I think no, I was very curious because when they, bro,
How many hours?
you gotta think
Sorry, off topic. How many
No.
hours a week are they watching your daughter?
I don't know. I
have
wouldn't, like, I would never do it.
As
Like,
your
because
job?
thank God I have family here,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so I can have Kathleen's mom, my dad, her dad. But I think, but just having a kid, it could do that. It could do that if you allow it to do that. So if you think that you're going to be, you know, I hear this thing like every action you take is like a vote for the person you want to be. So like,
wow,
that was so fire.
dude, it's
Holy
amazing.
crap. I don't like the way that was. I was like, damn, I suck.
I'm about to slap the table right now.
I ain't voting for this. I ain't voting for this bum.
Dude, holy fuck, bro. But yeah, you know, it's like you at the end of the day are the one who's responsible for your decisions of what you're gonna do. Like, are you gonna sit there and like waste like those 30 seconds or like that hour thinking what I can do or what I won't do because of XYZ? Or will I just put things into plan and attack it? And if it doesn't work, okay, let me backtrack, let me reassess and then replan, remap everything and then try a different thing. And if that outcome doesn't work, it doesn't matter. You know, PMA, you have to have a positive mindset attitude. You know, it's hard. You know, it's not easy, you know, but that's where having somebody who supports and believes in your vision, it makes it easier, I would say.
Shout out to Kathleen and
Shout
all
out
the
to
people that are
Kathleen.
the rocks.
Shout out to the moms, you know, the great wives.
And I was
out
gonna
there,
say,
the great
I've only
dads.
seen you angry maybe once when we
Word?
were like once,
Was it in
and
high school?
we might have been drunk. I'm not gonna lie, but I was gonna say, like, you talk about your family and how important it is, and like your you know, your base, your nucleus. If they were here, I gotta ask this: how do they think you respond to when you lose? Because you seem like someone who has like a lot of passion.
Yeah, I get very angry.
Yeah, I was about to say, I feel like, is it, I'm not to put you on the spot, but like,
That's fine.
how do you direct that anger? Especially because it's a combat sport. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like losing in a basketball game is fine. Like, I can kick the ball.
I can't do that. Like I lose in it. I played that league with those guys, like Tim and them.
Oh, the
I
adult
was
league?
pissed, bro. I hate losing
You
like
hate
that.
losing like that?
Like
That's
I rather
hilarious.
lose individually because I know it's my fault, you know, and then like,
Dude,
I don't know. That's
Are
just
you a fuck you, fuck you, you're cool, fuck you.
I was on that team with Ro, and he was very passionate.
I was getting.
And at one point, I was there, bro. We were at Montgomery Waller, and some guy was talking crap on the other team. I'm like, dude, Ro was gonna kick the shit out
I was
of you.
gonna fucking punch him, dude. I was getting so mad. You know what? You know why? Is because he told me to calm down.
Yes.
And I'm like, see, I'm not used to this, you know, because I'm used to just fighting, and that's
Like you can do it then.
Yeah,
not this
but I'm not
banter,
used.
like,
Yeah,
see who's gonna do what, and it's like no.
because I don't like to talk shit. I'd rather just fight. Yeah, I don't not into it.
I'd rather just grapple. Like, you want to get down or what?
Dude, that's so. Yeah, dude, that was so funny.
Yeah.
Get in the guard right now. Get in it.
Jeez, that's so funny.
Yeah, go.
What was early on? So you got you from what it says, you had success early. What was a very give me a humbling experience, and also give me one when you like did something to someone, you're like, wow, that worked. Like a move where you're like, maybe like out of desperation or something like that. You might be down in some points early. He might have got you early, and then you look around, you're like, oh,
that was sort of cool.
Yeah, shout outs to me.
There was a few of those, like in that video you brought up. There's like some arm bars I go for that I just full send. Like there's some of those. I have a lot of brown belt stuff I haven't shared. It's just it's in the archives.
That's so sick.
But I think the one that is
some light.
Something light, bro.
yeah, but I don't know. There was one I posted recently of me doing like an arm bar. I had like his back and I forced him to turn and I jumped to the far side.
I think I remember that.
Yeah, I posted 2 of that same move.
I saw that.
'Cause I did
Yeah,
one
yeah.
in gi and I did one in no gi. And I think that was one of those moves. I was like, damn, that's sponsorship right there. That's a sponsorship move.
I got some basic questions. What's the difference between Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and like other forms of Jiu-Jitsu? Because from what I understand, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is like more not respected, but more like kind of badass almost.
No, the reason why I think Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is the way it is because of the UFC. That's why I also started training Jiu-Jitsu, is because the Gracie family. So Royce Gracie is the brother who's, I would say, more successful in the UFC part of it.
Who's the one that does the breathing? Is that
Hickson Gracie.
Okay.
Hickson Gracie. You guys should watch Choke. It's on YouTube. It's a documentary of him fighting in Japan, and it's like a kind of like a like Dragon Ball Z, where everybody owns fighting style, whatever size you fight, and he does that, dude.
No way.
That's
Like
awesome. It's
anything.
called, I'll send it to you guys. It's called Choke.
Okay.
Oh man.
I love that.
Shit, what were we saying?
With Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu, why it's a badass.
I feel like that's why it's most popular is because of the UFC, you know. But there's other people I know, like this guy I used to train with. He calls his jiu-jitsu American jiu-jitsu, you know. But
What's the difference?
But yeah, exactly. What's
I
the
don't
difference
fucking
though?
know.
Does it
You
come
don't know
with a hot
the-
dog
it's
or
made
something?
here. He made it. What'd you think?
Does it come with a hot dog? Like every belt?
That comes with an American eagle on it. That's what it comes
Ooh,
with.
I don't know. I'm a little scared now.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, what are some like pillars of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? Like, what do they stand on? You know, like I know breathing is a big deal.
Yeah. I feel like the big thing they have is like a triangle.
Okay.
Right? Is like the base. Like no matter where you turn the triangle, there will always be a solid base. Okay. So
It's a factual statement.
yeah. So with that, I think it's like with Hickson, his is like breathing's good. It's faith. It's like a warrior type mentality, and then like a lot of honor in it too. So I feel like certain martial arts are like that. Some aren't. You know, some like Aikido, for example. I don't know how to do it, but people like doing Aikido. But I don't know. No shots at Aikido. No shots at Aikido.
Who on the UFC inspired you? Was there a guy you liked?
In the UFC, just in general,
Like you said, you were a fan.
I would say like growing up, it was Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell. Those were the 2 guys, and like seeing their rivalry. What else? I would say getting older as I got more into it was probably like GSP was amazing, and then Anderson Silva.
I'm about to say Silva.
And then now it's like Khabib. You know, I love Khabib. Like his mentality of who he is and how he fights.
He's badass.
He's a fucking savage. He's a warrior, bro.
No, he is. It's
He's an
scary,
animal.
honestly.
Like those are the guys you don't want to fight. You'd have to shoot them because I'm not gonna. Honestly, dude,
I was thinking the same thing.
Khabib is the last guy I'd want to fight.
I would never
Something
want to
about
fight.
him, bro.
Like
Yeah.
even Chris Cyborg, the lady, I trained with her. I would never want to fight her. I'm running.
Really?
You know, because I feel like just
People who do that whole like family,
Yeah.
faith, you know,
Dude.
type stuff.
Family fate fight?
When they're really about that, like with Khabib
Dude.
and them, like there's something about the Russians and like
it's just
people
how they're
who, like-
raised.
yeah, like I don't know.
He's
It's just-
wrestling
it's-
bears and
it's-
stuff.
that's
Yeah.
how-
Champions are kind of like born.
Yep.
You know, and you're bred into that. Because like there's this so for example, like I was saying, champions now aren't necessarily only been training for like a few years. They've been training since they were like 5. Like there's these kids, the Rutolo brothers. They're amazing. They're twins. They're Kate and Ty. And they've been training since jiu-jitsu since I met them when they were like 5. And what are they? I think I'm 10 years older than them. But now they're like world championship competitors, and they just surf, jiu-jitsu, chow food, and then skate every single day, go travel, go to Costa. They have building up a gym in Costa Rica.
What a life.
Honestly, and
What a life.
they're only 19, dude.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
Is it true if you have a black belt, if you beat up a civilian, that you get charged with like a different?
I don't know, because with law enforcement, like I work with a lot of law enforcement, and I ask them like, what is like my limitations in self-defense? You know, and then they say you have to equal the threat.
Okay.
Like, so if somebody invades your home, right?
You can beat their ass.
No.
Really?
You have to equal the threat. So if somebody comes in,
But they're on private property.
but if
No,
someone
it's the thing. I just
comes-
lost this conversation with
it's-
my girlfriend. Like, so if you have a knife, if you break in and you have a knife, but I have a gun,
I can't shoot you.
I can't shoot you.
No, well, there's hold on. Travis is right and wrong about that one, and she's right or wrong about that one.
Yeah.
No. It's what poses the threat. So if you have a gun and they're actively trying to stab you, it's not your job to disarm them. Now, if you say someone breaks into your house, steals a bunch of stuff, and then they run away and they give you their back, and then you
can't.
shoot them in the
Yeah.
You're in
back,
trouble.
you can't do that because they no longer pose a threat. Now, if you feel like you're life's in risk and they've touched you with that knife, now you can shoot them. But you can't. There's levels to this. Like someone can't walk in with nothing and be like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna leave," and then you beat them to death with a baseball bat. Like you can't do that.
So if you're obviously more skilled than 99.9% of the people walking around the streets.
You don't know that.
I don't know.
How many people have black belts?
I don't know.
How many people have cauliflower ear? I'm out here. I'm strictly cauliflower ear test. If I see that, I'm out.
Yeah,
hey, bro,
I'm not
you
too
won.
bad.
No, they're not.
No, you're not.
I saw you had a
They're
gnarly
like
one
okay.
recently.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
Yeah,
I feel it.
if I see it, you could have just got that.
Wow. Holy shit. Okay.
How long have you had those?
This one I got in like
Yo,
I
that
had
thing's
two
on
cuts.
I didn't even
Wow,
notice.
bro.
But honestly, hold on. You have good cauliflower ears. Some people have the crazy
No, it's
ones.
disgusting. I was considering keeping my big one,
No,
and then I was like, "Fuck that."
Is that like a warrior badge? Like
No, it's fucking.
it's like a
What does your
purple
girl
heart
think
for the
about it? What
match.
does your girl think?
She doesn't care.
She doesn't care?
Yeah,
It's
but
badass, though.
she was like, "Yeah, it looks way better without
It
it."
doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah, it's not that
You have
bad.
to get like drained, right?
You have to get it drained, but sometimes if you don't reach it in a certain like, there's like a pocket of blood. Like for example, my first one, this was closing here, so my dad kept draining it, and it would just keep building up. And I even tried to put like a clothespin in it to keep it down. It would still blow up. So I had to go to an ear specialist, and then they put lidocaine in my ear, and they were like cutting my ear, and I hear, and there was a certain point where I started to feel it, and I was like, oh shit, and then it finally just spewed out, and then I had to have stitches, and I had to do the same thing for this ear.
Oh yeah, TikTok's gonna love this. But so you talked about those. You talked about the kids. Shout out to them, the twins you were speaking about. I always wondered this because it feels like in mixed martial arts, obviously you do what you do, that it doesn't have the same prime that other sports have. Like me and Dave have always. I remember Dave told me and Josh this actually when we were younger. The average team sport athlete hits their prime between 28 and 31.
It's a very short, very very short.
But I feel like what you guys do, it's a little bit later. It feels like sometimes. Like I feel like some guys really hit that stride 32 to 35. Like they're not as athletic, but like knowledge and movement and things like that. Like you're talking about like the balance and the triangle. That seems like so much of a factor. Do you think that's true, or do you think?
I think it's true.
Yeah, you think it's true?
I think it's true. Like it comes with experience. Like you can have somebody who's been a black belt for, I don't know, say I've been a black belt for 6 years next year, and I can go against a black belt who's been going, like my professor, you know, he's been a black belt since I started jiu-jitsu. So like he'll whip my ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that simple. He's like,
What's the biggest misconception about martial arts fighters?
They're arrogant.
Yeah.
They don't
Wow.
know, they don't know anything.
What do you
They
mean?
just know whatever they do. They just know jiu-jitsu, or they just know Muay Thai, or like it's like, you know, you're just an athlete.
yeah,
type
that's the
thing.
stigma of being an athlete. Man.
Yeah, and we get that a lot.
This might be a really stupid question.
We got too many concussions.
Yeah. This might be a really dumb question, but when you go in a fight, are you aware of what they are trained in, like Muay Thai or
Like with like in the street,
like what
or
their
like-
background is when you fight somebody?
They're more. I get what Josh was trying to say. Everyone's gonna be doing jiu-jitsu around you, obviously.
Yeah.
But like, they're. Are you filmed? Do you watch film? Basically, is
Yes,
what he's
I do
saying.
watch
Yeah,
film.
like what's their style and stuff. How much of a factor does that go into? Because you're going to a tournament, so you're going to see multiple people. How long, to kind of go to Josh's point? How long before do you know seating? Because I'm assuming that's a factor into how this
So
goes.
that's actually a new thing they started implementing more as seating. So since I was out for a while because like surgery, so I have to start building my seed back up, or building my seed back higher.
Yeah, if you're ranking,
it's like
it's your
building
ranking. Yeah.
reputation.
Yeah, I'd have to continue to compete. So, but for certain tournaments, like honestly, dude, like for me at this point in my age, like I don't care about seeding. Like I'm just gonna fight, and then it's never gonna be an easy fight. So why am I gonna stress about seeding? If
Yeah.
I just win, I'm gonna win.
All right,
That's my mentality in it.
I want to get down to the nitty gritty. How big's the bag got to be for the MMA fight? What's gonna make you switch? Because you got the 10 years. You're 10, 15 deep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. And them hands look beefy as hell. You got,
did, honestly.
Man, you hugged me, I almost cried. So I got to know, what's that bag look like?
I'm not even gonna do it.
You're not?
No.
I respect it. He did that with no hesitation. So there's no bag.
No.
They come to you.
No.
45,000.
Money can't change it. No.
Money can't change it?
I won't do it.
I'm gonna let you know. I'll let you punch me in the face for $5,000 right now.
Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you consider it even?
It's just not in my plan, not in my goals. I used to want to do it when I was younger, like when I was like 18. I I wanted to fight, like MMA. Like I've always wanted to knock someone out. Like I wouldn't even want to do jiu-jitsu. I just wanted to knock someone out.
Have the goals possibly changed because now you're in a coaching role?
I would say yes and no, but I can make good money without having to get hit in the face, and I can go many places without having to.
I love that. How would you describe your fighting style?
Me.
Yeah, unique.
Get that shit off. Get that shit off.
Me?
Okay, I'm watching film on you. What am I gonna see?
If you're watching film on me, you'll see a lot of like explosiveness. You'll see a lot of like how can I say? I don't want to say go with the flow, but I try to be as like
water
as possible.
Big Avatar guy.
Yeah. Remember my Avatar haircut?
Hell yeah, dude. It's badass.
Legendary.
Hated
And a little bit more off topic stuff. When are we gonna get you back on the stream, man? JP25, we're trying to build a stream,
dude.
You'll be our first. You'll be our sponsored streamer,
dude. Streaming's fun. Like I like it because I get to talk to people I don't usually get to talk to. You know, that's what's really cool about streaming, especially during like the pandemic or our lockdown. You could just watch someone stream, and then like you can like I would have Damien go on my stream sometime. Damien Hollander, he would pop into my stream, you know, and I probably won't be streaming soon, you know, just because now that I am the one working and now that this is my choice of career, I have to fucking
locked in.
I'm locked in, dude. Like I'm up at 5 every day, and then you guys want to hear my schedule?
I would love to hear your
course.
Yes.
All right, let's do. So let's just say Saturdays and Sundays are cardio days. So I either run or I bike or I do like a light exercise, and then with family, and then Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, I teach class from 6 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. And then there's this competition class where it's strictly competitors, where it's just like buck shit crazy training, you know, and that starts at 7 a.m. But I can't do that class because I teach a certain class. So I go in there from 7:50 to 8:55. Sometimes 9, and then we have a normal class, like a fundamentals class from 9 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., sometimes 10:45. And then at 10:45, we have another competition training, which is no-gi. So the first one's with the gi, the uniform, and then there's no-gi. That goes from 10:45 to about 1 o'clock. So I get out of there. I get home around 2. I eat my lunch. I spend my 30 to 40 minutes with Kathleen and Miyako. And then I got to go lift. So then I would lift from, let's say, 4 to 5:40. Or we'll say 4:30 to 5:30 I would lift. And then I would train again at another class from 6:15 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then I would get home around 9. And then I would only have like another 30, 40 minutes with my daughter. And then Kathleen and I would go to sleep.
That's a crazy schedule. What are you eating, and how many calories are you eating a day?
Dude, I try to eat when I am on like diet, I would say, is I would try to eat at least 3,000.
Yeah, I imagine you have to eat a ton.
People eat more though. Yeah. But that's why, like, dude, we don't eat as much protein as we think we do. We don't drink as much water as we think we do.
Oh.
Like
we could eat a gram of protein for every pound you weigh, right?
Yeah.
It's hard. You eat 180
it's hard, man.
grams of protein
it's
a day.
hard.
I would be so constipated if I had to eat a gram of protein for every pound that I weigh.
So what does your future hold? Like, what upcoming fights do you have?
Yeah.
All that.
So I'm flying to Austin end of this month to compete in a tournament, and there's another one in I'll be flying in February to teach a seminar in Maryland, and then maybe I'll do a tournament out there if it's the right time. And then March there's one in LA, and then end of March there's another one called Pan Am's. That's like one of the big ones of the year.
Sounds dope. Sounds like
and
some,
then that'll be in
Hunger
Florida.
Games.
Yeah, that'll be in Florida. And then my goal is to get signed to this thing called One Fighting Championship, the One FC. So it's kind of like a competitor for the UFC, but it's in Asia. So it's dope, dude. You guys should check it out. It's on Amazon.
It's on Amazon?
Yeah, like they have like live events. So like it's basically all like there's Muay Thai matches, there's Muay Thai fights, there's boxing fights, there's MMA fights, there's jiu-jitsu fights, all on the same card. So you don't always get just an MMA.
Just MMA.
Yeah,
That's
you get a
kinda
bunch
dope.
of different.
That's sick.
It's so sick, you know. And then those were those twins, bro. Those kids win 50,000 bonus.
Really?
Every win they get, every submission they get, 50K bonus on top of what they're getting paid.
That's craziness, bro.
Fucking epic. So that's the goal. But yeah, soon it'd probably be, I'll be in Austin in like 2 weeks.
Cool, man.
3
We
weeks.
always support you.
Yeah,
Even if you can't
no,
hear us,
thank
we're
you.
always watching your stuff.
I feel it.
Yeah, you
I
feel
feel
it?
it. I
We
feel
always
it.
talk about you in the
Yeah.
group message and stuff like that.
I appreciate that.
I really appreciate you coming through because this was a long time coming. Like this definitely
Yeah.
was. Me and Rolando have probably left each other on red at least 7 times in the
Yeah, I
last 8
suck at
months.
messaging.
Trust
Yeah,
me.
no,
I'm the
trust me.
worst.
Yeah,
He deals with me.
Look, it'd be different.
Don't worry.
It'd be different if you weren't busy. Like,
Yeah.
But like, it's great to just see someone like really living their dream and like their truth. Like you have stayed true to who you are,
Yeah.
and not a lot of
Forever.
people can do that. But with that being said, we're gonna close this up. Thank you for having
No,
us.
thank you, man. Can I give a shout out to you guys?
Of course, bro.
Yeah, shout out to these guys here. You know, I've known you guys for a long time, and you guys have always been just hella cool with me and never switched up with me. And I'm truly thankful for you guys. You know, I know we don't see each other often, but it's all love always.
Right? Oh, beautifully
All
said.
Yeah, I mean, we're big on saying the word.
Yeah.
I love you, bro. I truly love you as a friend. You've been a
Thank
great
you,
guy,
man.
and we love you, and we're happy you're here.
Love
man.
you. Love
Thank
you.
man.
With that being said, episode 64, we out.
All love.
Out.